Hey everybody, I just wanted to tell you something real quick that you might find interesting or get some benefit from. So I had this opportunity, first time in a while, for a job interview to produce television, which is what I normally do, or what I do in addition to the other things I do. And it was in Dallas, 200 miles away. And I also had an opportunity to videotape some content for my online fashion magazine. The deal is I don't have any money. At the time, I had no money, and I didn't know how it was going to be possible to get to Dallas, and if I had to get to Dallas, how I was going to accommodate what was going to be possible as far as interviewing on one day and doing the videotape of the content the second day and getting home and then eating in between, right? And where I was going to sleep. So, you know, my angels have been telling me that if you imagine yourself as a being of higher consciousness, of higher light, and you stay in that thought that you're a being of higher consciousness, of higher light, and all things possible, then everything you need will gravitate to you, right? Okay. So anyway, I thought, well, what's possible? And I was really depressed, and my angels said, well, don't be depressed. What would you do if you had the money to go to Dallas? And I said, well, I'd go and vacuum out my car and maybe wash my car, and I'd pack a bag and make sure all my gear is charged up and stuff like that. And so the angels were like, well, then do that. It'll make you feel better, right? And I'm like, well, okay. Because I was thinking, how am I going to tell this guy I can't make it, right, to this job interview? I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to be unprofessional and I need a job, right? Anyway, so I went out and I went ahead and vacuumed my car and washed my car. And there was a miracle there that I was short like 15 cents of being able to rinse the soap off my car. And so I asked this lady, I said, I've got, 85 cents to finish this soap, and I've already got, or finish washing the soap off my car, and I've already got $1 in the washing machine thing. And do you have 15 cents that I could borrow to finish washing? And she said, oh, sure. So instead of giving me 15 cents, she gave me 4 quarters. So that was a miracle. And I got to keep the 85 cents. So it was a small thing, but it was proof, right? So anyway, I went home and I thought, well, maybe I'll call my friend in Dallas and see if there's room on his sofa that I might be able to accommodate. So I called Bill and I said, do you have room on your sofa or a guest bedroom that I could accommodate just overnight while I am in Dallas? While I'm in Dallas interviewing for this job. And he said, well, I don't have a guest bedroom, and I have a roommate, and it would be probably pretty awkward if you stayed at the house on the sofa. And I'm down with that because I don't want to be awkward staying at somebody's house on the sofa. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be looking. But anyway, so he said, but I will put $40 toward a hotel room for you if that'll help. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so sweet. And I thought, well, there's a hotel room that I usually stay at that's, I think, like $60. It's a Quality Inn, but it's real nice. It's brand new. And so I got online to find it, and I found it, and it was with a discount that I had. It was $43. So he booked the hotel room and paid the deposit, and I was able to have a hotel room, right? So now I'm thinking, well, that's great. My car's washed, and my stuff's charged up, and I'm ready to pack a bag, but how am I going to get there and back, right? So my friend who's doing the shoot, where I'm videotaping the fashion shoot, my friend that's doing the shoot called me and said, I wonder if you'd go with me for this shoot. And if you want to, you can videotape it. Obviously, that's why I'm going. I'm not so sure where I'm supposed to be looking. But if you want to go, you can. And if you'll to videotape it and go with me, I'll pay for your gas. So she paid for my gas. But the thing is, I'm prone to panic attacks and stuff like that, and I don't go anywhere without cannabis. And I didn't have any cannabis because I didn't have any money. Anyway, so something in my heart said, spend part of this money on some cannabis and we'll take care of you from here. We'll take care of you. So I took a chance and I spent $50 of the $120 to get some weed. And then I put the other $50 in my tank, and I was left with $25 travel money. And I thought, well, God, it'll get me up there, and maybe somehow we'll get gas to get home, right? And this is all in faith, right straight down the line. Anyway, so I called one of the people that I had referred the gal to and said, is there a possibility that I might get a referral for Lisa booking with you? And they hadn't decided yet, so I wasn't sure if that was even going to be possible. But anyway, so I went to my interview yesterday. in Dallas, and the guy liked me, and he said, you know, we've got a lot going on, and we're not sure where we'll be able to use you, but I definitely think we'll be talking again. I think you've got some ambition and some drive that may be beneficial to the company. And I was like, oh, thanks. And then he stood up, and I thought he was going to shake my hand. He reached into his pocket, I swear to you, and he gave me $60. And he said, you know, I really appreciate you driving up from Austin. He said, you could have made a Zoom call. And I said, well, you know, you're a multimillionaire with a couple of companies, and you said you wanted to meet me in person with the production company. And that sounded pretty definitive, and I didn't want to second guess what your instructions were. Anyway, he pulled his wallet out of his pocket and gave me $60, and he said, if I had any more money, I'd give it to you. But I really appreciate you taking the trouble to drive down, and here's some gas money for the road home. So I was able to get gas and then still have a little bit of money to drive home with. I mean, I've got like $13, but I've got money to drive home with, and I got gas. It's a freaking miracle. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Anyway, I just want to do that testimony real quick so you'll be able to have faith in God, and just have faith in God, and just be open and have faith in God, because it all works out. It all works out. Anyway, love you guys. Sit tight, and we're going to be working on some new content for the Goddess TV on KMRA Pan Media YouTube channel. See ya. Bye for now.